everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Fourtress of, a podcast about movies and TV shows and video games and lots of pop culture and nerd things. My name is Oscar. I'll be one of your hosts today. And with me for you are two of your other hosts, Brian and Devin. How are you guys doing today?
Yo.
Oh, you know.
Still catching up on sleep from seeing Batman because it went so late and so
Because
long.
it took so long.
We caught up on sleep in Batman.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, we sure did. The listeners, just be sure to check the time codes before we begin. If there's anything you want to skip to or skip ahead of, or check for spoilery stuff, just check all the stuff there before moving on.
Because we're going to be spoiling.
Yeah, with that, let's get into our first segment of the week, which we'd like to call
News Talk.
So, Marvel dropped the first trailer for Miss Marvel, the series, the Disney Plus series, coming in June. Is it June? I think it's June. Yeah.
June 8th.
I thank you. I'm excited for it. It looks fun. It looks like more Marvel stuff. My biggest worry, and now less of a worry, is that she wasn't gonna have stretchy powers, which it looks like they're doing some tweaking to it, but she did have a big stretchy fist, so I don't care anymore. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, one thing I did see online was everyone's first reaction was, they changed their fucking powers, it's ruined.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah, everyone's complaining.
I mean, I get it. I'm not, but also I just don't care enough about this hero to be upset.
Yeah. And I get why they would change it, considering they're doing a Fantastic Four movie as well, and it's like, how do you differentiate between the two?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and also because Captain Marvel has weird cosmic laser beams at this point, so why wouldn't Miss Marvel also have some kind of similar ability? So, yeah, just give her a kind of cool combination of both. You see, she has like a weird shield ability, and I'm hoping she can grow. We'll see, but she definitely at least has a cool, like, weird punchy fist thing. So
Mm-hmm.
it's something.
Yeah.
Other than that, it looks fun. I mean, it's children high school centric, so it's probably I'm least likely to be super excited for it with this one, but it's still gonna be a Marvel thing, so it's still gonna be probably pretty decent.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Like that's my big thing is I'm worried that it's going to be too kiddie, and maybe I don't know, maybe that'll not be a thing, but just even looking for the trailer looks a little, light, I guess is the best way to put it. Cinematography looks great.
Yeah.
The editing in the trailer is fucking dope.
I love the shot at the beginning where it's like a comic book, the Marvel logos, a thought in her head.
Mhm.
I thought that was a
Yeah.
cool little inclusion.
That's what I think I'm excited for. It looks like they'll have like a cool art style, a kind of comic
Yeah.
booky. It looks like they're going to do stuff with like
Yeah.
dialogue and certain scenes and stuff. So that'll be pretty interesting. Like kind of having more fun with it, you know?
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much more is there to say. The teaser-ish, so there's not much to it, which is good. It leaves you wondering. I mean, we have to assume Captain Marvel's going to be in this at some point, like the cameo at the end, or at least maybe a Monica. One of them will pop up.
I hope it's Monica.
Well, by the time this comes out, this comes out this summer, right before Multiverse of Madness?
No, this comes out after.
Oh, after? Okay, so by that point, they would have established Monica Rambeau's Captain Marvel, maybe. So.
In theory, yeah, if she's going to be in that movie potentially, then yeah, I guess in theory we would have already seen her. Just
Mhm.
put them all in. Like, just be at the very end, just like, hey, what's up? You want to come hang out in space?
Do
or
it like a
something?
Shazam thing, where it's just somebody putting his hand on Shazam, and it's like, oh, that's kind of nice. You don't even show the face.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited. Moon Knight's coming out soon, and then it's Doctor Strange, and then this, and we'll see when the rest come out. I think I'm still mostly excited for She-Hulk.
Mhm.
I think
I think so
whenever
too.
that comes out. But yeah, Marvel's doing more Marvel things.
Mhm.
Next, Sony had another state of play, considering they just had one, but this one was purely on the new Hogwarts Legacy game, where we finally got to see actual gameplay. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty dope.
I mean, it's the thing that I feel like so many people have wanted for so long. I mean, the first time I got immersed in the Harry Potter world is like, I want to be here. I want to do it.
hmm
Make like an MMO or something like that. I've been saying that for 12 years. So this is super cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, like, it's made by the people that did, I believe that like most recent Mad Max game, and it's very Arkham Combat, but they've just, I feel like they've just switched it. Instead of a punch, it's a wand wisp, like just a fling of a wand. So it's like, that's kind of smart how no one's thought of like, it's not like a third person shooter, basically. It's
Mhm.
still going to have that weird Arkham Combat where each button is a different move, but it's instead of you punching or someone, it's just you flinging a different spell maybe or something like that. So I was like, oh, that's kind of an interesting usage of that same kind of a fight style.
Hmm.
But other than that, I'm just like you said, I'm excited to just kind of see this world expanded because it takes place in the 1800s. We know that we're a new student to Hogwarts in their 5th year, so we're not like 10 years old. We're so a little older, which is probably for the best.
Yeah, a little bit more believable.
Right. And also it's like create a character, total like RPG stuff. It looks massive.
Hmm.
It looks fucking huge, and I hate that. But no.
Hmm.
It's gonna be a long game to complete. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it does look like they put a lot of love and care into it and fleshing out the
Hmm.
world.
Yeah, the potential here is so great because, like, that's what we love about universes like Harry Potter, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. Like, you can just jump into this world, and that's what this game is going to let you do. Like, probably more so than any other game that's come before. So the potential is huge if they do it right. I just want some Quidditch. I want to play some Quidditch again.
I feel like you could in some of those older Harry Potter games. It wasn't fun though, but you could do it. I don't think you enjoy it. But then, of course, we have to talk about the part of Hogwarts that no one loves to talk about. Is this
Yeah.
game is still probably not probably it is going to make J.K. Rowling money. Even if it didn't, it would
No.
still empower J.K. Rowling. So people are having a little bit of a struggle between the art and the artist situation again. I feel like we come about this pretty often in our world, considering capitalism is bad, which means bad people make the things we consume.
And, right. Yeah.
In almost all contexts forever, everywhere. So that gets kind of difficult too. So people are like, should I
Yeah.
stream it? If I'm, if I'm against transphobia, why would I play this game on stream? Even if I try to, like, people have tried for years now trying to reclaim Harry Potter as their own,
Hmm.
like as, transgender people, people that are part of the LGBTQ community as a whole. But it's like, no matter how you spin it, J.K. Rowling still gets the money at the end of the day. So that
Yeah.
sucks. So
It sucks.
I don't know. I struggle with it myself whether or not I'm going to play this game because it looks awesome. I'll admit
Yeah.
I'm probably going to play it. It's still fuck J.K. Rowling no matter what. So that's cool. It's hands
Yeah.
on sight.
I would imagine it's the same thing whenever Fantastic Beasts 3 comes out.
Right.
It's like she's still probably making some kind of money off of that, even if she's not
Just because they don't show
part
her
of
face,
anything.
that's 100% an advertising tool and says a lot in itself that people need to remember. That they know
Right.
where she is, and they do that on purpose. So that does not mean she doesn't get paid just because they put her down. They changed her seat on the council. That's all.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. And no, that is the most unfortunate part because there are definitely like hardworking people that have busted their ass off for years making this thing
Hmm.
that aren't transphobic or
exactly.
horrible people.
That's what sucks is that just because the top
Um,
is shitty doesn't mean that we should necessarily disrespect
Yeah.
the bottom
It's
because those
tough.
are just working people just trying to do their best. We said
Yeah.
the same thing
Yeah.
about Activision Blizzard with all that going on. Bobby Kotick was the one that's out here, modeling the orcs. It's just some guy,
Right. It all sucks.
Right.
It all
It all
sucks.
sucks. There's no ethical consumption under capitalism.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But the game looks good. It's coming out this year, which I was surprised by.
Yeah.
It says holiday this year.
Yeah.
We'll see if it gets delayed. I bet you it will. but
And
we'll see.
it's coming out on Nintendo Switch, they just announced.
Yep, they
Mhm.
did. So Switch is getting some love, which I don't know how that thing's gonna run
It's
on a
gonna
Switch,
look
but
like
sure.
dick.
Oh, it's so funny though. Yeah, I like the whole. They basically had to design every common house because you get to go through the whole process of picking your house and yada yada yada. So I thought that was really cool, and just the idea of being able to explore the castle and through all these little secret passageways they've included in the game, and riding all these different creatures and going out beyond the castle and everything. It just sounds like basically what you said, like everything people wanted since day one of Harry Potter, basically.
Mhm.
There's a reason there's a whole theme park that is that world.
That's true. That's true. We went. Do y'all know your Hogwarts house?
I think I'm Gryffindor. Yeah.
I'm Gryffindor too, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Devin's Hufflepuff. I can see that.
I think, yeah. I think if I was being honest,
I hate they just agreed immediately. Like, yeah, that sounds.
I mean, we all want to be Gryffindor, but
Yeah. I think I'm Gryffindor and Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I wanna be
think, or something
Slytherin.
like that.
yeah.
I don't remember. Very funny. So we'll see what happens with that game when it comes out.
Mhm.
Next, let's talk about the final trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Hell yeah.
It's coming. It's coming real soon. Couple weeks. We'll probably talk about it. It looks so fun. It looks like so much fun.
Mhm. I'm gonna have a good time.
It looks so good. I mean, the first one was pretty generic, and I think that was very purposeful to be as generic as it was. This one, it seems like they're finally leaning into the weirdness and wildness of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I am so into it. So I'm super excited about this. Of course, I'm gonna see it day one. Of course,
Yeah.
and yeah, this shit looks great.
I mean, we know what's gonna go down. They're gonna be buddies at the end, and then they're gonna fight Robotnik. I just wonder, do you think maybe we'll get like a shadow end credit scene?
Mm,
Because I feel like that's the next thing they gotta do,
right.
right?
Mhm.
They're moving pretty quickly. I figured there's gonna be a Sonic and Tails movie, and Knuckles wouldn't be introduced so quickly. But I think they're like, we gotta milk this shit while we got
We
the
don't
time
know.
because we don't know how much time we
Yeah.
got left with this. We might not be. It might not work twice.
And how many movies will they make? Like a trilogy, or maybe they'll do. I mean, I guess as long as it continues to make money, they could keep
Like
making
how?
Sonic
Yeah, I
movies.
guess how many movies can you make out of
I
Sonic?
mean, they're making a
Right.
TV series, so
Which, yeah, that's
there's a lot. I mean, they still got like Rouge the Bat. You can mess with Team Chaotix and all of them. There's a lot of characters in
Yeah.
Sonic that you can mess around with if you wanted to. If you want to get that deep into the war,
That's true. That's
But-
true.
I don't know.
I think everyone wants to see Shadow though.
I do. I think so as well. That was
Yeah.
just so quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
And it's almost the same
yeah.
story as him finding Knuckles would be him finding Shadow. So I don't know. We'll
That's
see.
very true. They've kind of ruined Shadow in a bit by making Knuckles this tough guy. So we talked about this off podcast a bit. Where it's like when as far as voice actors go, like this is Knuckles' voice is Idris Elba doing this gruff thing. What the hell is Shadow gonna sound like?
Yeah.
He's gonna be like a voice box or some shit.
Right. Yeah, no, it looks super fun. One thing I did want to point out that I thought was actually kind of clever. You know how like all the time now, which I hate, they'll put like a teaser right before you actually watch the trailer for
Mhm.
the same thing. It's like the trailer starts in 5, 4, and it's like showing shots that you're literally about to watch in a trailer. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is so
I
stupid.
hate
I
that a
hate
whole
this
lot.
shit.
Yep.
Sonic did a similar thing the day before that final trailer came out, where they put out what was called the fastest trailer, and in it they did the trailer starts at 5, and they count down. But then as soon as it hit 0, it just played the trailer like within like a 3-second gap.
Oh, really?
And so it's like they zoomed through the whole thing, which I thought was very funny. But in it, if you pause at certain moments, there are certain images that are just not in the movie. They're just like goofy shit. So there's a picture of like Idris Elba lying on a couch looking all sexy, but he's got like knuckle hands and like put weird gloves on him. They put like a weird Sonic image in there, and then they put a picture of the OG Sonic CG look that everyone hated with a big like stop no circle sign on it, which I thought was very funny. I was like, okay, that one got me. That one made me laugh. That was good.
Yeah, that's
love it.
funny.
So keep up. Good marketing.
They seem to be
Sonic.
putting a lot of care into this, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like keeping
really
it
great.
light, like keeping
We'll
it
see.
fun like that. Like that's what Sonic should be, I think. You know,
Exactly.
keep it kind
Yeah.
of fun and light. So it's good that the creators are, keeping that energy.
I mean, I'd
Yeah.
love to see a gritty Sonic Adventure 2 remake, but it's fine. I can wait.
I don't think they could do it. I don't. It'd be so. Yeah, it'd be like that Power Rangers YouTube that member that like fan made
Yeah, that shit was
like
dope.
YouTube short where they were like killing people and shit. It was awesome, but yeah,
Like literally in that game, after he gets space and he comes back, he's like, "What can I say? I die hard." And it's like, what the
Oh
fuck
my god.
kind of a line is this? Who wrote this script, dude? It's amazing. I love that game so much.
Also, shout out to one of the most recent posters where they recreated the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 game art.
Yeah.
It looks pretty dope. I was like, that's nice. Good touch. Nice touch.
I'm telling you, it seems like people that love it, and I love that they love it.
Yeah. Looks awesome.
Mhm.
All right, moving on to our final trailer of the week, which is the second trailer for the Halo series. I'm not gonna lie, considering I haven't played any of them, but I know like most of the parts of the story, but I actually never played it, so I'm not as attached as you guys would be. I'm actually kind of excited for this. Not gonna lie,
Mhm.
based off this trailer as well, it looks pretty good.
I mean,
Yeah,
Paramount's done a really good job with sci-fi stuff. I think their Star Trek series Discovery and Picard have been really good. So I think that this is kind of in the same space. So
Right.
if somebody was going to do it, I think they did a pretty good job so far.
I appreciate that it looks like they've put money into it. An
Mhm.
issue with Netflix shows and stuff like that is they'll have sci-fi stuff on there, but it would usually be very much in rooms, never outside, stuff like that, because they want to do a micro budget with it. Looks like they went all out with this, so a lot of the stuff looks really good, in my opinion, like movie quality from what I've seen so far. So
Mhm.
My only complaint I would say, as far as budget goes, is that sometimes that desert looks a little cheap.
Yeah.
But that might just be because Boba Fett's in my brain.
Okay. That's also fair.
But yeah, there are times where I'm like, that desert could look a little better.
We are all now Anakin Skywalker. We all hate sand after.
We all,
Mando
yeah.
and
There's
Boba
a
Fett.
reason why Anakin hates
Give us
sand
a
so
forest
much.
environment or some snow. God damn it.
But I will say, like, there's some cool shots in there that I was like, oh, that's like a nice touch. I do love. There's a really brief moment where you can see a Spartan running next to a warthog, and it's like keeping pace with it. I'm like,
Mhm.
that's dope. That's a nice touch. That's very
Hey.
like Captain America, Winter Soldier shit. Like, yeah, they're super soldiers basically. So
Mhm.
like they
We
should
get
be.
Master Chief from the books. He's gonna punch somebody into space.
Sounds awesome. Yeah.
I'm excited to see the elites too. It looks like they've only played with them a little bit, so maybe they won't. I just hope they don't do too much of like that human that's like possessed by the Covenant because it's cheap and it's easy to do. Like I hate that. Like give me
Right.
more
I have a
elites
feeling
and
they're gonna do that
grunts.
more than we want to. Seems like they're gonna focus
Probably.
a lot on
But
that
I
person's
mean,
story.
there's that one shot where they're walking through and it looks like, is that the flood behind them on the weird tentacle
Uh-huh.
monster things? Yeah, like it still looks like it looked creepy and kind of very alien.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, cool. That, and then we got a quick shot of, our homeboy Manifesto Divergence or whatever. One of them is going to be in this. It looks like
Manifesto Divergence.
whatever his name is. One of the prophets, it looks like, is going to make an appearance. Which
Mhm.
one? Who knows?
The
But
harbinger of gluttony. Some random.
yeah, but like the CG, like they looks pretty good. I mean, it could look a lot worse. Let's be
Mhm.
honest.
That
So
was my fear.
yeah,
True.
but it looks like they're doing some good work with it.
That's going to be my new mantra for adaptations. It could be worse.
Yeah, basically.
Could be far worse.
Yeah, that starts next week. Couple weeks.
Yep, the 24th.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, very soon. Very soon.
Yes.
I would imagine we're probably gonna cover that when it's all wrapped up and done.
Mhm.
So, but
Mhm.
yeah, we'll see,
Absolutely.
man. Paramount.
I will be watching it.
Only show I actually watched Paramount for.
Right.
Yeah.
It's okay. I canceled my HBO Max subscription because Zendaya's not on there anymore. But we'll come back.
All right, couple more quick news stories. So people might not know Damon Lindelof, but he's the guy that co-created Lost. He created the series Watchmen, which I think is absolutely fucking amazing. Devin, stop! I can't tell by Devin's damn face. He's very excited about this news. He also what did he do? He did maybe that was the only one that I could probably, yeah. Oh, and The Leftovers, which is also a phenomenal show.
Mhm.
He is reportedly via the Anklers. I don't know what the Ankler is, but something. He might be doing a Star Wars film. Devin, take it away.
I'm just, curious. Curious that they would get a guy that directed the #1 mindfuck show ever, where it was all just an illusion, So I'd love to see it, maybe pick up after the sequels, and then, at the end we find out that all of that was just not real, and maybe it was just, maybe that's just a new reality. We kind of reset after Return of the Jedi. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna do that, this might be the guy that you get to do that. So,
Bro, the
I don't
ending of
know.
Lost sucks. That show sucked when it ended. It was bad. So this would be bad if it
Yeah.
ended like that.
I mean, I still have a lot of soft spot for it, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it wasn't what everyone thought it would.
If you're looking to overwrite some stuff, who better?
That would make Devin. That would be Devin's like day of the century if that
Right.
were to ever fucking happen.
I mean, they should. They should just do a Hulk or Suicide Squad situation and just fucking soft reboot. Call it a day.
soft
No,
reboot.
just stick with it. Make a sequel in 30 years. Who gives a shit? It doesn't matter anyways.
Yeah,
That's fair. No, this is going to probably be some random spinoff. I have no idea where it'll be based or what the world it'll be based in at that point. But
That's what I'm hoping for. Get away from the Skywalker shit for a little while. Do some cool spin-off shit.
can we
Like,
do some
please.
shit with the Jedi exist? I'm so
Yeah,
tired of
that-
being
yeah.
around the world where there's only 3 of them motherfuckers. Go back to
Yeah.
the time where everyone got a goddamn lightsaber. We want to see it.
Mhm.
I know it's
Yeah.
going to cost a lot of money. Fuck you. You got it.
Right. You make all of the money in the world.
Right.
Just go watch the KOTOR trailers. Just go watch all those and make a movie from each one. I mean, they
Yes.
already have a better story in those 5-minute clips of each one of those trailers than the sequels had an entire full length movies. Okay, in 20 minutes,
9
they told
hours
a
of
better story
movie.
than y'all told in 3 movies. Just copy them. Okay, get whoever did those. Just give them the movie.
Just
I'm sorry.
copy them.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's been doing a lot of good shit lately, so I'm excited for it. The
Mhm.
future. All right, last quick news. I want to just throw it out there. It has been a little past the 1-year anniversary of the Snyder Cut coming out, so it's the return of the Snyder Cut news of the week, boys. It's here again, and this time it looks like we had actor, what's his name, Wayne T. Carr, who was casted as John Stewart Green Lantern in Zack Snyder's Justice League. They shot a whole scene in his driveway, apparently. And even when they were filming it, Zach was like, "This is probably not going to make the cut," but they shot it anyways. And he released a photo. Wayne T. Carr, the actor, released a photo of him as Jon Stewart, and it looks dope. Actually, I was like, "All right, I'd buy that." And he said, "Give the fans what they want: Justice League 2, 3, restore the Snyderverse." And he wrote "In Brightest Day." Yeah, I mean, it's never gonna happen, but he looks good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know him from anything else. So, but which would be kind of cool if he'd probably be still a really good actor. But I would love to see that. I mean, for one thing, give us a good Green Lantern movie. God damn it.
I don't know why everyone thought Ryan Reynolds would be a good idea for that.
I mean, I think he is a good idea for Hal Jordan. That movie just sucks.
Yeah.
I hated every single bit of that.
No, yeah. So I just thought that was funny. But also people just be nice to people on the internet. Just don't be mean to people.
Yes.
It's all right.
Yes, please.
But yeah, that's it. That is all of the news of the week, everyone. Guys, shall we move on to our main topic of the week?
Let's do
Let's do it.
But it looks like we're here, but we're trapped in another fortress. This fortress is dark as fuck. You can't see anything in it.
Mhm.
Even the hospitals are dark as fuck. So it looks like we're in the fortress of
The Batman.
the Batman.
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne. We didn't get him.
Yes, listeners. It looks like this week we're finally there. We are finally covering the Batman. The long 3-hour The Batman movie.
Yeah.
We'll start with no spoilers real quick. This movie's good. It does not need to be 3 hours. The Dark Knight is still better, in my opinion, but I understand that it all really depends on what kind of Batman you like in your Batman movie,
Yeah. True.
because obviously there's many different interpretations. So personally, I did like this movie. I love the established environment and the city aesthetic of everything. Gotham's never looked grimier than in this movie.
It looks like New York City. Exactly how they made
Yeah. Chicago.
it.
And yeah, so I definitely think people should go see it, but it is long and it does not need to be that long.
Yeah, that's pretty much my take as well. Like, I thought it was good, but there was a point, I think about maybe 40 minutes from the end, when I was like, okay, this is the climax. And then it just kept going. I was like, okay, this is the climax? And it just kept going. Okay, wait, this has got to be the end. And then it just kept going. I was like, just fucking wrap it up, B. I need that wrap it up button from Chappelle's Show. Wrap it up.
No, I'm glad that Oscar told me and kind of warned me about that, because then I saw that exact point where I was like, I'm going to think this is where it's going to end, but I know it's not. And that made me feel a little bit more comfortable with that transition without being like, what the fuck, dude? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
it's definitely like a weirdly structured 4-act movie.
Yeah,
It's not a
and-
3-act movie.
And the pacing, I think, is what threw me off. Because, like, I think the pacing was building towards what I thought was the climax. And then it slows down for like 10 minutes. And then it picks back up a little bit. But it's like, dude, just like, I don't like that pacing, I think, is what got me. Because I was like, wait, now you're slowing down? Like, can end this shit?
Right. Yeah. It does seem like, there's definitely a moment where it's like, oh, okay, we've wrapped everything up. We did the da-da-da. And then it's like, oh, wait, this is a Batman movie. We gotta do some shit where Batman can save some people and yada yada.
Yeah. Kick some ass.
But no, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was good. I like this interpretation of Batman. I don't know. I can't rank them between this and Dark Knight because I just think they're just different. But I love the idea of just being mentally ill, agoraphobic billionaire with fucked up parents is pretty cool take.
Yeah.
They did kind of get into that, the billionaire side of it. It's like, hey man, billionaires, kind of, just like, this is how you take out your trauma, is just by beating up people. But
Is that not how you take out your trauma?
the thing I liked the most about it was that, like, it was like a young Batman, like figuring out how he was going to do this stuff, So I think that was probably the coolest, like, new take of that this movie brought. And I love that the beginning, like, where he's like, fear is like a weapon, like, all those guys like looking in the dark, and like he's not
that. Yeah.
everywhere.
Let's get into spoilers. So spoilers from here on out. Yeah, I agree. That opening is one of my favorite moments in this, where it's just every criminal thinks he's in every shadow of every alley of Gotham. And that what a perfect way to set the tone of the movie right then and there.
Very cool way to start it off. And it was like gloomy and set the tone for the whole movie. But it was kind of cool. Like, he's sitting there. It's like, it's been 2 years. I don't really think it's really been
Mhm.
doing much. It's like, well, Bruce, I mean, when people are stealing and stuff, it's usually because of socioeconomic conditions. So maybe if you put your billions to, solve some of those problems,
Yeah.
you could stop beating people up. But
Yeah, I mean that what the mayor was
I
saying.
think the
True.
Joker gang thing, I don't know if that's a problem. I think that he just needed to kick their asses. But
Which that's where this, and I guess I gotta remember that as a comic book movie, so it's based on comics. But it's like the just we're a gang of people that just beat up dudes, and it's like people kill people in the city. What are you talking about? With people just I'm just gonna rough this Asian man up because
yeah,
fuck him, he
Right.
looks too nice, and it's like,
Right.
bro, no, they would have stabbed him
Yeah.
and then took his shoes. Like,
Right.
what the fuck?
Right.
This is
Right.
new. This is Gotham City, where you can put people in Arkham Asylum. That means they do real bad shit. Not fucking
Yeah.
have an eighth of weed on them. Go to bed, dude.
yeah.
Like, yeah, someone should stop them, but that's not how crime happens. Like, that's not. No, stop.
Yeah. I mean, they're dudes covered in weird clown makeup, so yeah, they are still in a weird fictional
Why did
universe.
fucking juggalos beat up this Asian man? What the fuck is happening?
The Insane Clown Posse concert wasn't enough.
Yeah, basically.
I'm tripping off Fago right now, boys.
Yeah, but no, but that scene is great. That scene is probably the best, at least personally, action choreography bit for Batman. It's just that one steady shot
Mhm.
of that first dude that he just goes to town on. Oh my god, it's amazing.
I think we
Woo!
answered that question very early on of like, is Batman going to kill anybody in this movie? He killed that man. Like that man is not concussed. That man is fucking dead.
See, Batman has no problem with putting people in comas because as long as they are alive, he does not give a fuck.
That man's fucking brainstem detached when he hit that ground. There's
Yeah.
no question about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
I'm
man.
not going to kill anybody because that's against my moral code. It's like, you made this man a vegetable for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, is he breathing? And it's like, not on his own.
This might have been worse.
the
Bruce
Gotham
Wayne, when he
hospital
did it.
system is now going to be bankrupt by all the people that you put in comas, Bruce. Like, you're causing
Yeah.
a way bigger problem by beating people up in this way. Just kill them. It's be better to kill them.
Oh yeah, but I guess we're talking about Batman. Let's talk about Robert Pattinson. I guess as a whole,
Mhm.
he's good. I never thought he was not going to be good. He's a good Batman because me and Brian, listeners, we saw this together. I watched it a second time with Brian the other day. We talked about it a bit afterwards. Was my biggest complaint when it comes to Bruce Wayne and Batman is, and this is not Robert Pattinson's fault. This is a script and story thing. Is his Bruce Wayne is not Bruce Wayne. Like not typical where it's like he looks like a different person so that he can keep his identity secret. No, he's just as weird as Batman. He's just a weird emo kid caught in his feelings, and it's like someone's gonna figure out you're Batman if you keep acting this way, Bruce.
I consider myself a pretty perceptive person. If I saw a dude that was about 6'3", talked in the same cadence, was always a little bit quiet, I'd be like, I've seen you before.
Yeah, hold up.
I'm pretty sure you remind me a lot of Batman. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like it's like
Yeah.
Clark Kent thing. Where it's like, oh, he put on glasses, I can't see him. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, look at that chiseled jaw,
Yeah.
bro. I know who the fuck you are. Come
Also, like,
right.
I just like, I think that whole element of his character, where he just like would just show up everywhere and just be like, he show up to every crime scene. The cops would be like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here," and he just like stares at them and just does what he's doing anyway. Like,
Yeah.
just casually walking in a hallway beside like 20 police officers. It's like somebody's gonna figure out this guy's Bruce Wayne. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Oh my god.
Gordon should be fired immediately. Like, absolutely, he should be
Yes,
fired.
absolutely. I don't know how that man has so much pull in the fucking department.
I know. He just walks in whenever he wants. But oh my god, that was so funny. Like, it happened so many, and that it culminated with that shot of him like in that interrogation room. There's like 30 of them, and there's one of him, and then he somehow escapes the
Yes.
police station. It's like,
I mean, that's one of the best scenes in the movie is where he just decks Gordon, and then that shot of him just full sprint booking it down the
my
hallway
God.
is amazing.
It felt so not Batman.
at that point, it was comical to
Yeah.
me because it was like, these police are just so incompetent. Like,
I
like
mean-
you know, he goes back to the evidence room. That's like, hey man, it's like, dude, we just Batman does what he wants. Like, you know, you
He's like, he's got gloves on. Come on.
like, why are you even still like mad at him coming into places that he's not supposed to be? Like, he's done it. Like, I think it was that one cop with like the mustache. He did it to him like every
Yeah.
time. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
what are you doing here? Like, come
Get
on.
him out here right now. And then he's like, no. Okay. I was like, oh, okay.
He's like, I guess I'll help you then.
That was so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think he's a solid Batman. Like, I'm looking forward to more movies in this universe
Yeah.
as him. hopefully developing the Bruce Wayne
Mhm.
part of that.
And right,
Yeah.
like we didn't really get a lot of scenes of him as Bruce Wayne. Like no board meetings.
No, this is very much a Batman
right.
movie. Yeah.
Like yeah, the only time he was Bruce Wayne was when he was talking to Alfred. Like he and then he went to that funeral and that was basically it. Like other than that,
Yeah.
he didn't really do too much
Yeah.
as Bruce Wayne. I guess he went and talked to the gangsters, but
I'm gonna say he did walk into that club and start two-piece comboing a bunch of people with eyeshadow
Yeah.
on. And that was pretty
True.
hot.
Yeah, he fit right in.
Yeah,
Weird,
that's fair.
dirty, grimy club.
Mhm.
This world is gross.
It's
Yeah.
pretty dirty, and I love it.
rent in Gotham's got to be like $10 a month. Like who wants to?
Oh yeah, do you want to live in that place? Fucking flooding and shit. No, this is.
Well, yeah. To be fair, people pay you to live in Gotham. But yeah, I guess we're mentioning Alfred. Andy Serkis is great.
Mhm.
My only complaint is I wish there was more of him.
Yeah.
He's so good. All right, we're already in spoilers, obviously. That moment when I thought he was gonna die when he gets blown up.
Mhm.
I was about to be super pissed that the one time you get Andy Serkis in a role where he actually looks like himself and he's not in a ping pong ball suit and you're gonna kill him immediately, I was gonna be so pissed off.
Dude, and their relationship was like so like Robert Pattinson was so damn angsty.
He's a
like,
dick.
that like he's like, "You're not my dad," and then like that one scene where like he wakes
in like
up.
the first 30 seconds.
I know, and then like, but then when he wakes up in the hospital and like Andy's like Alfred like smiles at him. He's like, "Oh, you came." Like it's kind of a nice moment, and he's just like, "You lied to me, you bitch!" Like,
Yeah.
like he's just instantly like with the angst. Like Alfred didn't even get
Yeah.
5 seconds of consciousness after getting
Nope.
blown up, and he's already back into the angst. with Bruce
berating
Wayne.
him.
He's like, I can't feel my toes. Can you give me a second,
Yeah,
please?
it's like, all right,
Jesus.
Bruce. Can you give me a glass of water?
I
Like,
took
holy
a
shit.
bomb intended for you, you asshole. God
I
damn.
literally took a bomb for
Which
you.
that was fucking annoying.
Yeah.
But why did he take a bomb for him? Like I get it. Like you're rich. You have people open your mail for you, which me and Oscar made fun of. Of like,
Yeah.
if you knew anything about rich people, they don't open their fucking own mail. Come on, man. This is for the Batman. Like, of course,
the
Alfred's gonna open it.
Riddler, as meticulous as he is, he should know that there's no way Bruce Wayne is going to open that piece of mail.
Yeah.
So, which is what kind of makes me like plot hole wise is like just based off how meticulous the Riddler was and how good he was at his job. I was like, but you just hoped that Bruce Wayne would get that.
I
Like,
told you,
come on.
Oscar. He may be really smart, but he is also poor because he is an orphan.
Yeah.
we don't know how rich people live.
Yeah.
So I'm glad Alfred's alive.
Yeah, definitely glad Alfred is alive. I mean, speaking about the Riddler, though, this is basically just a case study in why incels are dangerous. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love
Basically.
this is my favorite type of villain because it feels real. Like this is shit that happens in the real world. Like this is how Unabombers and stuff come to be. This is just someone that's mentally ill, gets too much into the wrong shit, and then things like this happens, and they get up on the news as the person that killed a bunch of people, and that's what they're looking for, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this felt very grounded, very real, and man, Riddler was kicking Batman's ass with them riddles, man. Like he was getting fucked up.
I do love how every riddle in the letters, Batman instantly figures it out. He's like, oh, it's it's this, it's that, like, and all the police are like, what is
It's because
that
he's
mean?
weird too. He's an incel as well. They're both incels.
That's true. Batman's got some issues too.
It's just
yeah.
two weird kids that haven't touched grass before.
Yeah, I just like to imagine there's a deleted scene of Riddler making all those Hallmark cards by hand. Because like he had to have made those by hand. You don't find those. He had to make all those Hallmark cards. Where did he make them? What?
That's what I was making fun of in the theaters with Oscar. I was like, because he makes this like really well edited like propaganda piece, and I'm like, yeah, it seems like cool and stuff, and like the pacing makes it seem like really fast and whatnot. But it's like this man was probably in Adobe After Effects for like 15 hours, just like, no, that doesn't work. Let me render. Okay, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And it's like, damn, bro, that doesn't make you look so cool anymore.
This one's not spooky enough. I have to do a different one.
He's searching DMCA free music. Like, can't get this shit copyright straight.
He's trying. Can't leave no paper trail or anything.
Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah.
So those things are funny to imagine. But fucking Paul Dano. God, like, no disrespect to Paul Dano because he's great, but he's so creepy and he's just so good at being the same creepy fucking dude in everything he's in.
My man looks 8 and 45 at the same time, and I could not get over it. That was such a man baby if I've ever seen one. Never grown a piece of facial hair in his life.
Yeah, I think the face reveal was kind of cool, but when he's in that coffee shop and you finally see what he looks like, he did look so creepy and weird.
he just looked like the guy that you would know that does these kind of awful things, just some weird looking
Mhm.
loser. And it
Yeah.
was like once again, no offense, but just like that role was just so perfect that it was just some
Yeah.
fucking guy.
The
Like
witness that called him
Yeah.
like into the police when they arrested him, that wasn't just like that wasn't because he was the Riddler. That was just because like he came into their store as just a regular person, and they were like, "Nah, like there's something wrong with this guy." Like
They're like,
call the
this guy's
police.
vibing weird, man. I don't
I
know.
like the cut of his jib, dude. That dude look fucking. He has for a question mark in his coffee. I don't barista, like I get it, but like I don't.
Yeah, he's meticulously getting his cream to look like a question mark. I think there's something wrong with this guy. He's been sitting here for 20 minutes trying to get it to look like his perfect question mark.
He's asked for 4 different lattes just because he keeps fucking up. No, yeah, no, he's great. I mean, clearly this movie's very much inspired by like Seven and Zodiac and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I think they did a pretty good job. I love the idea that the Riddler would just be sitting outside Falcone's club the whole fucking time,
Mhm.
considering that's who he's trying to get. Like I love that reveal of it. I think they did a good job. I will say and this I think where most people's complaints are, as we've kind of talked about, the whole Act 4
Mhm.
reveal of his master plan does seem a bit left field with the whole slow detective story where it's like, oh wait, I forgot we're making a Batman movie. We got to make some shit explode and some bad. You know
We
what I
have to
mean?
threaten the entire city in one
Yeah,
moment.
I mean, I knew it had to
yeah.
be a New World Order kind of situation that wanted to happen. The plans always have to be grand. It does feel, funnily enough, rushed, considering the movie's 3
I know,
hours.
right?
Yeah.
It's like y'all didn't have to rush on anything. Y'all were taking your fucking time for every single thing that
Right.
happened in this movie.
Mhm.
I did not need to see them ride on those fucking motorcycles for that long at the end. Jesus Christ.
No. Yep.
But yeah, it did feel like suddenly, like you said, it just took a weird pacing shift where it was so slow and so trying to figure out. Then as soon as it was like the reveal happened, they were like, all right, let's go into fucking hyperspeed. Get this man on the top
Yeah.
of a building and falling off. And it's like,
Right.
okay.
And like a flood, like I feel like they set up that whole situation just to get that shot of him with the flare and the people following him in the water.
Yeah.
I feel
yeah.
like that's literally
It's a
why
great
they did that
shot, but
entire
yeah.
shot. Or just like the shot of him like walking in the water with the flare. Like they just wanted Batman in some
Yeah.
water. So like, okay, we got to flood Gotham, so we got to have these seawall bombs. Okay, so we got to do this now. We got to have like the water come in, and we got to have people trapped under stuff, and we got to have like a stadium. Like it's just like all of that I feel like that was all just to set up that shot, which was very cool.
It was a hold the door situation, where it's like you write a character backwards once you find out a thing that's
Right.
like, this is pretty cool. What if I did this and this and this and this and this and this and this to get to that point? Just so I can say
Yeah.
hold the door, Like
I feel like
Right.
you could have done the whole thing, like his whole plan with the shooters and the rafters. You didn't need a flood to do that. Like you could have just been like, it's the mayor's coming out, reveal thing. There's going to be people there celebrating.
That's true.
You could have just done that whole thing without the flood. The flood, I just felt like was an unnecessary.
But then
addition.
he can't do the bit where he has to sacrifice himself to cut the electrical cable, which is entirely wasted and stupid, and I hate
because
it.
they speed it up so
Yeah, that
fast
was-
that he's instantly out of the water. So it was never even like even Mass Effect did a better job with that in Mass Effect 1, where you don't see Master Chief, where you don't see Commander Shepard at the end, and then she pops up. It's like, he was just instantly like, all right, I'm good.
That's one of my complaints about this movie is the quote unquote like big hero shots that you would see in like a Marvel or any other big superhero thing where it's like, oh shit, like the big circle shot of Avengers. Those are big hero-ish moments. The moments that are supposed to be to fill those gaps, I think, in this are not that great to me. And one of them in particular, probably the worst one, is that shot where it looks like he's gonna sacrifice himself to cut that electrical wire. But then he just falls into the water and immediately stands up. And it's like, why was that so dramatic? Like, I don't get
It's in like
it.
slow motion. He's like,
Yeah.
All right, I'm good. Oh, okay. I guess that adrenaline's still hitting hard, bro. I don't know.
It was just bizarre. Like, none of that shit kind of really worked for me. And I think that's where I'm gonna compare this to Snyder because I think nothing in this movie action-wise was as good as that Batman scene in Batman v Superman where he takes
Mhm.
out the whole room.
Agreed.
That scene to me is probably still the best action Batman sequence, even including stuff in this, which stuff in this is pretty good. But I think nothing, like I said, is better than the opening of this movie where he takes out that one goon in this. Granted, on a second viewing, I did appreciate it a little more, but I'm still like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Mhm.
There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
hard to compare to Snyder just because he's really good at setting up heroic moments. I think that's one of his strong suits
Mhm.
when it comes to his direction. But yeah, I do agree that I think like the fight scenes were, I don't want to say campy. They obviously made it very fast and cutty because I don't think that they wanted to deal too much with like I don't know stunts and
Stunt
stuff.
doubles and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
Hmm.
but it was. I still I wasn't mad at it like I was in the Matrix, where the Matrix was just like this looks awful.
Yeah.
I
Right.
notice it being bad. Batman is fucking strong to be such a skinny dude, and I don't really understand that. That man was holding off like 4 or 5 people at a time, and I'm like, what is going on, dude? You weigh like 185. Come on, man.
I do. That is one thing I appreciate is that they didn't force Robert Pattinson to get like super ripped like every Marvel star has to now. Like there's that early shot where he just puts on the biggest shirt in the world. It's like a big old over, like it's almost like a pajama shirt, and it's like he just looks even skinnier and
Uh,
scrawnier. And I was like, yo, he's padding up that suit. He looks like a massive man in that suit.
Yeah.
And then he stands out of it as like, damn.
He's buying one of those
Yeah.
fucking like I don't know, silicone body armor things that you can put over yourself to
Yeah.
make you look like you're bigger. Which like he's in good shape, don't get me wrong, but it's very much
Oh
like
yeah,
he looks like a dude that does calisthenics, like not a dude that fucking
Yeah.
lifts heavy weight. You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah, he doesn't look like Ben Affleck basically,
Right.
or
That man was beefy as shit.
yeah, he's like a Michael Keaton Batman.
Right.
You know, he looks
Mhm.
like a normal man.
Right, right.
They didn't really cover how he got his ninja skills in this one.
No, I mean, granted, yeah, it's like
So.
year 2, so I kind
Yeah.
of appreciate that we don't have to see his parents die
Mhm.
again. No origin stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
Alfred's just like, I taught you. And that was it.
It's kind of in that in between phase that we haven't really seen before. Like I guess in Batman Begins, you kind of get that, like the very beginning. But he was also
Yeah.
an older Batman in that whole story. So this one, it's like, okay, he's a young Batman. He's decided to do this, so he has a little bit more of that teenage angst of like, you know,
Man, he's 30. No.
I'm vengeance.
But I get it though. He's still pretty naive in what he's trying to do with things, where he's like, I want to change the world, man. I want to change the city. Like it needs to do better. And he has like big goals, but he's not exactly approaching it correctly.
Mhm.
Yeah, to me, it still kind of bothers me because I'm like, what has he been doing for 2 years then?
Exactly.
Like, if you're still this kind of incompetent and working with these gadgets and shit, like, what has happened in the past 2
He's been
years?
beating up
Beating
drug
people
dealers.
up.
What do you mean?
I guess
That's all he's been
I
doing.
guess so.
He's beating up crackheads on the street.
Yeah.
Because it also comes to the point where I hate in the movie where towards the end, right before the big flood reveal, where he's telling Gordon, is like, I think it's coming to an end. And he's like, what? The Batman. I'm like, you just started. How is it already over? What are you talking about,
Yeah.
man?
I mean, I'd be
I hate
pretty.
that shit.
I'd be pretty
Yeah.
dissuaded from doing this after seeing the way cops and shit works.
Also, man, I just like I'm sorry. I never understand how the cops don't immediately figure out that this is Bruce Wayne, because it's like, who has the money to like build a car
Yeah.
that like has a turbocharger on the back and also make this like ballistic armor and like had access to weapons labs and stuff like that, and runs around calling themselves Vengeance? Like every single time he beats up somebody, he calls himself Vengeance. Like who could possibly be that, and who would care enough to care enough about Gotham to do that? I mean,
Right.
your suspect list is like Bruce Wayne and like
And then no one else.
yeah, like
It's very Iron Man-y, where it's like we all know that Tony Stark has all the money in the city. Like,
Right.
there's no
Yeah.
question. Everyone knows who you are. So it's like,
Right.
who could do that? Like, if someone randomly pops up with a super suit mech right now, I'm gonna think it's either Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, and I'll probably
Right.
be
Yes.
correct. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that could work in the point that he isn't like super jacked. He still looks like a scrawny, normal looking man.
right.
Mhm.
But whereas Batman, so maybe that is an idea that he does kind of put some extra padding, so he does look bigger than he actually is. I don't know.
Like, there's no way it could be him. He's too fucking scrawny. That kid couldn't lift a
Yeah.
finger. And also,
Yeah.
competence. They wouldn't know anyway. Let's be real.
What'd y'all think of his Batman voice? I thought it was pretty good, but it was just very much like, I don't think it was different enough from his regular voice. Like
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. Like
Yeah.
his Bruce Wayne is just Batman,
Yeah.
and that's an issue if you're gonna kind of continue going out in public as Bruce Wayne,
Right.
Mhm.
which clearly he doesn't give a shit. But it's like that's one complaint is like when he's bitching out Alfred at the beginning, and he's like, Master Wayne, you're gonna lose all money, and it's like he's like, I don't care. I was like, you need that money to be Batman.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
yeah.
You need to continue going to work.
Oh man.
Oh, you're such a baby.
Mhm.
You need to continue going to work. I don't wanna. No.
This company needs to make money for you to continue to do this. You know that.
If you want to keep on beating up homeless people in the alleys every weekend, you have to go attend
Yeah.
these board meetings.
Oh
Yeah.
no, not the board meeting.
Which it's like you don't even have to go to them. Just or like listen, just go there, sleep. I don't care. Just go to a meeting. Damn it.
Yeah.
One of my then this is a personal complaint where it's like back to the whole idea of what kind of Batman you want in your Batman movie. And like for me, preferably, I like a Batman who's a little more gadgety, not like
Mhm.
too gadgety, but just like a
Mhm.
couple more. And I get it, they're doing a realistic take, yada, yada, yada. But when he's got basically an indestructible suit, it makes me complain that, like, why does he need a wingsuit then to fly around then? He takes a bomb to the face point blank and is totally fucking fine.
Yeah.
Like that, I'm like, that suit is a fantastical element in itself, but you're afraid to, like, he can't just use the cape to glide throughout Gotham. He has to use a realistic wingsuit. I'm like, that's kind of dumb.
Right. Yeah, how he did not get a single scratch on his face when a guy's head exploded right in front of him. Like, you'd have some
I
like
don't
brain, like skull shrapnel, like, at least
Right.
grazing your face.
I'm sorry, he was looking directly down at the goddamn bomb. Like,
Yeah.
come on, bro.
Like, I thought, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, like that suit's indestructible, which I don't want to hear anyone complain about Ben Affleck's suit being bulletproof because this dude can do nothing. He's fine. He hits a bridge at 1,000 miles an hour and he walks it off. Like, my God.
He ate so many bullets, dude. Like, so many times.
And it's dope. That one shot of him
Mhm.
where it's just fully lit with the gunfire is amazing.
Mhm.
But it's just like, yeah, he's indestructible.
But he got, he was getting shot. He had at least half a full mag of an AK shot directly at his abs, and like it was totally fine. Like,
Also, villains, shoot him in the face. Shoot his chin. What are you doing?
I mean, the fact that they're even hitting him was a Christmas miracle.
yeah,
But yeah, but like he does have cool gadgets. Like I like the contact lenses, cameras. I think that's a cool, fantastical element that I liked.
the one he pulls off his chest, the batarang, I guess, the one he pulls off of it, his
Mhm.
logo. I thought I saw something like that was made out of like the gun that killed his parents, or something like that.
I think you might be right. That was something that they talked about like early
Yeah,
on.
like
Yeah.
early on. So like, I don't know, but it was kind of weird that he pulled that off and like used it in that one situation, and he didn't really
Yeah.
use any batarangs other than that, like the whole time.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. Like that whole electrical cable thing is like, just throw it. Throw it like a batarang. Throw it like
Yeah.
Batman.
But it's
would.
like you only got one. If you miss, you fucked.
Mhm. And then he just clips it back on his, chest, and then proceeds to.
I
help
do like
people
that,
get out
like
of
how
that
he
thing.
kind of like slots in the armor. I think that's a cool
Yeah.
little look to
Yeah,
him.
but also
Yeah.
keep some in your pocket, bro. Like, come on.
Right, yeah.
Grow
Like
up.
again, I like the idea that like he might get more gadgets as we go on. Like he has like when he breaks the fire extinguisher and it's like a smoke bomb. And it's like that might be the reason why he's like, oh, maybe I should have like smoke pellets in my
Mhm.
pocket just in case some shit like this happens. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, I get it. They've gone somehow even more grounded than the Nolan ones. But I'm just like, and it's just so damn dark. You can't see anything. Like I was saying, even that hospital's dark as shit. That hospital would be bright as fuck. Everyone has been to a hospital. They know how bright hospitals
Those
are.
incandescent lights be working their ass off in the whitest place you've ever been in before in your life.
Right.
Like, I hate the way hospitals feel because of how just bright and white they are.
Yeah.
Right. And then this one was the dankest, dirtiest,
I'm about to
darkest
say,
hospital I've
once
ever
again,
seen.
you're in the fucking hood. Apparently,
I guess so.
They got the Degrassi syndrome in this movie, where it's just like, this is the shittiest city I've ever been in before in my life. Is this Detroit?
Even the rich people.
Yeah, even the rich people are fucking in, I don't know, shambles, dude. This is
The
wild.
hospitals are dark. The
Yeah.
clubs are just real grungy, and
It's like every club is that orgy nightclub scene from The Matrix.
Yes. Yeah, there was a couple times I was like, should there be a seizure warning on this movie? Because those
Yeah,
lights they were kind of fucking me up. And I don't think I have that kind of issue, but I was kind of like, I'm getting a little lightheaded. Maybe we could, like when he was fighting in that club especially, I was like, those lights are doing a little too much. Maybe they could calm down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They love doing that to you. Every single time there was a really dark scene, they'd be like, here's the brightest light you ever seen before in your life. We're about to shoot you into the future with this
Mhm.
headlight from goddamn Colin Farrell.
Let's talk about Colin Farrell.
man
He
fucking-
is amazing.
He killed it. I think we talked about this a little bit off air, Oscar, but it's like, I just love when a character is so good at what they do. And I mean, obviously he doesn't look like him. But when they're so good at what
Right.
they do that you forget who they are as an actor. I think
Mhm.
Robert Pattinson did a good job. I think a lot of people in this movie did a good job of that. But Colin Farrell fucking sold the shit out of just being a grimy, hey,
Yeah.
yo, it's the bet. Like that kind of fucking guy. And I ate it up so bad.
He's so good. Like, and I get people's complaints of hire an actor that actually looks like that to
Right.
give them a job in their work. Like, why are you hiring one of the prettiest people in the world to ugly them up? But he's so damn good in it,
That's
though.
it,
Like, so
yeah.
it's hard to complain, but I understand people's complaints. Yeah.
He might have been
Yeah.
worth the big bucks. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, you could have gotten any dude. That's the funny thing about it, and I think that's what I like about the groundness of this movie. Is he sounds like you could probably got any from New York, just in general, to play
Yeah.
that part. It would have
Yeah.
worked probably the same way because it's just like he just seemed like fat dude that was kind of a piece of shit that has a lot of money in New York City. Like,
And I kind of liked how his nose was kind of hooked, like kind of like a like a bird beak kind of thing. Like they
Mhm.
did a good job with the prosthetics, but yeah, the whole time you're trying to figure out like this is Colin Farrell. Like I cannot
Right.
Yeah.
make him out. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best prosthetic makeup
Hmm.
jobs, like, in a long time. It's incredible. I like that he walks like a penguin when they tie him up, like,
Yeah.
toward the end of the movie. I was like, "Alright, nice touch, there we go." Because you never actually they never actually oh, no, they call
They
him the
call him a
penguin.
penguin. Yeah.
Yeah, but, and they call
Hmm.
him Oz. Yeah, yeah, I'm excited. Clearly, he's getting set up to be the another more prominent villain. Also, he is getting an HBO Max show, so he's
Oh, I didn't
gonna
know that.
yeah, I guess he's gonna sit in the makeup chair for this show. I'm very
Ugh.
surprised by that because that sounds like a lot of work,
Yeah.
but, yeah. I mean, we've seen what DC's been doing with HBO Max, with Peacemaker and shit, so if they keep just doing their own thing like that, I'm down for it, and it's probably
I
gonna be
don't.
pretty good.
Who's gonna watch a show with Penguin for a whole show though? I don't care about him that much. Like,
I don't know.
That shit
Yeah.
better be short.
Yeah,
yeah,
6 episodes, please.
Right.
miniseries. No, can we talk about that chase scene real quick though? The
Yes.
like Batman killed about 30 to 40
Thank
civilians in
you.
that chase scene.
Yes,
Like,
thank you. This is exactly what me and Brian talked about. I was like, "Batman, you just let all these people die immediately. Like, what?"
yeah,
And then, not only that, immediately after that, he just rams the shit out of the Penguin, and Penguin could have died in that flip that he
Easily in
caused.
the real world, he would have. Like
yeah.
that man would have died in that car accident.
Again, it
Yeah.
was all for that cool shot of it being upside down and the Batman walking towards you.
He
fire
looks
in
like
the
a bat.
background. That's why they had to blow up an oil tanker, and the lives of those 20 that school bus behind that were
Yes.
just completely obliterated. Like it was a cool shot.
Yeah.
I got to have a cool guys walk away from don't look at explosions moment. Sorry that all you children had to die because this tanker had to blow up that. But like holy shit,
I had
Yep,
to look cool.
basically.
that was so much wanton destruction.
I thought what was going to
Ugh.
happen is Penguin was going to get away because Batman had to go save the people because he has this whole like unspoken code of like I gotta save him. He was like, nah, man, I want to fuck this idiot up. Fuck the Penguin, man. Fuck these kids. I gotta beat the shit out of this dude. It's like what
Yeah.
is happening, man?
He like uses that one car to jump off of as they're like crashing into each other and
Yes.
like probably dying, and he just is like, oh, I can jump off the back of this car.
Little did he know, but the fire from the booster behind him actually ignited the oil tanker.
Little Timmy was hanging down. He was still alive. And then you hit your fucking NOS button and burn that kid alive.
Oh my god.
Oh, no. Yeah, so that whole car chase scene, though better the second time around, I was still like, it's not great. It's kind of, again, it's too dark. It's not
Mhm.
that well shot. There's some cool elements, but I'm like, I've seen better car chases. I also don't really like the Batmobile. I like the back half of it. I think the booster looks
Mhm.
dope as shit, but I'm not crazy about the fact that it just looks like a car.
Like a
It literally looks
janky
like
ass
a
car.
Charger. Like it looks like Don Toretto like
Yeah.
set up that for
Yeah,
or Don Toretto
basically.
like, set that up for the Batman.
But once again, that's the grounded element. You think he's gonna get a fucking Aston
Yeah.
Martin and get it all nice and like detailed and shit? Like, no, this man probably
Mhm.
had a Dodge Charger. He's like, well, this is one of my cars I don't care about very much. Let me put a fucking booster on it.
This one
Right.
wasn't from some like military R&D like facility. This one was like he went to a junkyard and he was like,
Yeah.
"Is that the car from Death Race? All right, give me that one." Like,
It's his aesthetic, dude. He's the rich
Yeah.
person that doesn't like to be the rich person. So
Right.
he's gonna
Yeah.
drive the 1997 Honda Civic and then soup it up with some dumb
Yeah,
shit.
soup it up. I'm still confused. Does he stall the car out at first?
That's what it
There's that
seems like.
scene where it first boots up and then it stops. I'm like, did Batman just stall it? Like, what happened
Yeah,
there?
I thought it was supposed to be like a faux like scare thing, but it
Yeah.
was weird because no one seemed scared, and then it
No,
pulled
it
off.
fell kind of flat.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was very funny.
Mhm.
He said that it stalled out.
It seems like Batman couldn't drive for
I
a
can't
second.
get it first.
I mean, to be fair, he did just get shot like 30 times in that like before they
That's-
started
yeah,
that chase
that's
scene.
fair.
So
My head's a little foggy.
mildly concussed right now.
I'm seeing 3 penguins.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Catwoman. I
Mhm.
think Zoe Kravitz is really good in
Mhm.
this. Yeah, I mean, they never call her Catwoman. It's just Selena Kyle.
She's got that stupid ass fucking face mask that she puts on. That shit looks awful.
I hate that's probably the worst part of it. It looks real dumb.
Like I get it,
Mhm.
but like it felt very kick ass. Where it's like, yeah, you got the biker suit and that fits really well. That looks good. But then like you put that on, and it's like, well, if you ruin that outfit, that fits trash now.
Yeah, it's like the bit of her nose. I think
Uh-huh.
it's like either too small or too low or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know. I think she's a good Selena. I like her many different wigs, her many different
Mhm.
multicolored
Mm-hmm.
wigs.
Oh
I
yeah.
think they're great. I love how she just switches identities every now and then. I think that's awesome. Very Catwoman like.
I liked her a lot, but I just didn't like how amateur they made her. That was my only like criticism, you know?
We all young, boy. We got to take some
Yeah,
time to
I
develop.
guess it is a young movie for both of them, but like it just felt like Batman kind of used her a lot, like to like get what he
Yes.
wanted.
Yeah, very much so.
So
Yeah, absolutely. He's like, "Fuck it, you're gonna be in danger. I don't care." He's like, "Yeah, I'll be watching you.
Yeah.
I'll be there in case anything bad
Which
happens.
what
It's
he
fine."
kept saying. He kept saying, "No, you can't do this. Like, don't get yourself into trouble." And she's like, "I know what I'm doing," but it's like you're using her and getting her
And then
into
he's like,
trouble.
"Put this contact lens on and go into the mob's
Sure.
court."
And talk to him and directly. What?
But no, it's too
That's
dangerous.
danger, friend.
Yeah.
Stare into his eyes. I need to see his face.
And then you know, he gets to have all the vengeance he wants by beating up random people, but then he gets to rob her of her vengeance for when she knows that this guy killed her mother.
I told you, because comas are cool and death is not.
I don't know. It seemed like a hypocritical thing for him to do, to be like, no, you don't get to have vengeance. I'm vengeance.
Yeah.
But I mean, his
Very
point that he was trying to make it seem like he was like, you're gonna ruin your entire life doing this. You're gonna go to prison. That's gonna
Yeah.
suck. Like, do you
Yeah.
really want to do that for that? I won't go to prison because I'm super rich. You're just
Yeah.
a fucking girl. Sorry, bitch.
Right.
You are a broke, like, street urchin. Like,
You've got 87 cats.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're weird. You're going to jail. I'm cool. I won't.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you guys think of their romance? I thought it was fine.
I hate it. And maybe that's a me thing, but it always feels forced. I'm still yet to feel like I see a movie where romance doesn't feel so painfully manufactured to me. It felt very Star Wars, Queen Amidala kind of situation where it's just like, is this necessary? Do I need this?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I kind of agree. I think it did make, I think I liked the moment where they like separated on motorcycles and went two different directions. It kind of like had that sense of like longing, you know, which was kind of good. But other than that, it was kind of cringy.
That's a trope, man. I've
It's like,
seen it before.
I don't see this relationship working out long term, because like, what are you guys going to talk about when you're just like sitting around chilling in the Batcave? Like, you know, this relationship is built on like angst.
They would have such weird conversations because he's such a weird fuck.
I was about to say, she'll be doing most of the talking, like always, it seems like.
Yeah.
Also, what is she going to do when she finds out he's like Bruce Wayne, and also just a really weird white dude? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you know he's white because you can see his chin. That's important.
Right.
That's why he doesn't get arrested. But what are you going to do when you find out like that's what he looks like?
Yeah, she definitely ends the movie in the best spot. And by that, I mean leaving the city limits of Gotham. Like, just go have a life.
Yeah.
Getting the fuck out of here.
Shout out to Bloodhaven. That is the city that Nightwing guards in the comics. So that's kind of cool.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I liked all of her. I thought like her action's pretty good. Like they definitely got some more Catwoman-y stuff.
Mhm.
She only takes one cat with her at the end, so I guess she said fuck all them other cats.
I was
in her
about to
apartment.
say, I was like, do you just have a favorite? Because like that motorcycle can't fit much in it. She was just like, yeah, I'm leaving. I gotta go. Your roommate's dead, so she can't take care of your cats. What the fuck is going on?
I think she just left. I think she just left her apartment.
Maybe they all got flooded. Maybe half those cats died.
Oh
Fucking
no!
super dark.
But like, I really did like her as Catwoman, though. Like, I feel like she's more believed. Like, Anne Hathaway, I think, did a good job in the other in the Christopher Nolan movies. But Zoe Kravitz, I feel like it just has more of that, like, kind of, what do you say, like mysterious, like kind of like just kind of how she did the role. I think was like more of what you kind of would think of Catwoman to me. I don't know.
So first of all, let's not forget the fucking Queen Halle Berry. Talking about Anne Hathaway, goddamn Catwoman. When I just watched a clip very recently of fucking Halle Berry whipping her whip. And holy shit, that's the hottest thing I've ever seen before in my life. I won't lie. That was back in the early 2000s where everyone was wearing low-cut jeans too. And I was like,
So her costume is just holes. Just the holes everywhere.
That movie came out at the right age for all of us. That was
that movie was so sexual adjacent for no reason.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I definitely think Halle Berry still would have been an amazing Catwoman in a better movie, because that movie is fucking terrible.
I feel like that's why they picked Zoe Kravitz, because it felt kind of similar, kind of the same.
Yeah, she definitely has like the whole like sexual tension thing going with Bruce Wayne, and just anywhere you go, she's very, I don't know, like just her aura, I guess. Like she's very. She exudes a very, like, you're interested in her just by her presence, basically.
Right.
So yeah, I think that was good.
Yeah, definitely a great casting choice. I think most of the castings in this movie were pretty great. Except
Yeah.
I think Falcone was the one where I was like, this guy has been in like Adam Sandler movies. Like, what
Oh.
the fuck? Like, I thought he did a great
I
job.
think that's why I like him so much because it's like
Yeah.
he's very comedic of an actor, but like he can do some serious
hmm
dark shit,
He could do
man.
some good stuff. And like, I think when he really did a good job with that role. But like, when I first saw him on the screen, I was like, this guy's in this movie? Like, what?
Yeah, yeah.
This super
Shout
dark
out to
movie?
John
Like,
Turturro, he's great.
yeah.
Well, speaking of Falcone, yeah, like he's Selena's father in this iteration.
hmm
I thought like yeah, his scenes were so good. He's just this quiet, like confident thing he's
hmm
going for is really good.
hmm
When I bought into it, I was like, yeah, this dude's he rules all of Gotham.
hmm
I do have a complaint in a lot of movies where the villain's lair is like, oh, he's in a club within the club, and there's only one way
Mhm.
to get in. Yet there's a giant fucking window seeing all of the city right in the middle of his lair. I was like, Bruce Wayne doesn't know this with this big ass window there.
Right.
What?
It's like maybe you could just fly in that way with your wingsuit and just like,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
But no, yeah, like that whole Falcone aspect is really good.
But it also didn't seem to stop him much. Like when Bruce Wayne wanted to get up there, when Batman wanted to get up there, he was just like, did the old empty elevator trick. You know, I'm on the ceiling the whole time.
Yeah.
Which once again, cool shot, but
Yeah.
realistically, that's fucking. Most people are gonna be like, "I found him!" Like, bah, bah, bah,
Right.
bah, bah.
Yeah.
They killed him. They killed I mean, there's a chance they always bring him back, but seemingly they killed Falcone. That's it and done.
hmm
Riddler takes him out.
Good.
I do like this was just hit me as I was watching it the first time with the whole El Rata Elada. Just as person who knows the language of Spanish, I was like, yeah, that is weird that they did that. So I kind of like when it's revealed that like, oh, it's not this, it's something else. Like I was like, yeah, no shit, you dumbasses.
He said "la." That was really good. But Penguin was like "la,
Yeah.
la, no hablo español."
Am I the only one that knows the difference between L and La?
That shit
Yeah,
killed me. And
that
I
was
was
really good.
shit.
But I like the whole aspect of how it's like the bird with wings, where it could either be the penguin or it could be a bat, and then or a falcon, and then eventually, obviously, it is Falcone. I
hmm
thought that was a decent twist. Although I think the best riddle is, for me personally, is thumb drive. I
hmm
thought thumb drive was good.
It's just the
Thumb
way he
drive was a
fucking
good one.
looks and just says it. Thumb drive.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I thought that whole twist of like, I don't know, like maybe, and maybe it's a good thing, but like the Bruce Wayne's parents, like it felt kind of, his parents are always viewed as like these like very like, you know, moral and like upstanding people that got killed, right? And like the fact that like that big twist was like, oh, he wanted to silence a journalist over like his wife being crazy. That just it doesn't seem like, you know, a Bruce Wayne's father kind of move. It seems like
well,
a
I mean, they kind of backpedal in a bit where it's like it wasn't about his campaign. It was about saving his wife, I guess the
yeah,
public eye type of shit. So like they still seem to try to keep Thomas Wayne a good guy, but
yeah,
just made a mistake type of thing. So yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. And they do that, but it's the same way of like, you know, it's kind of like the Luke Skywalker situation of like, oh, like, you know, I turned my lightsaber on to kill Kylo Ren and then I instantly regretted it. It was just one bad moment. Like, it just seems like if you're going to the point of like silencing journalists, like, and like, I don't know, like, I guess his mom had some issues in her youth, but like, she doesn't have them now. So, like, what's the big deal if people learn about it? And like, everybody learned about it later anyway. So it's like,
Don't you know the stigma behind mental health? That's why the Riddler's in
Yeah,
prison right now.
sadly.
it just seems like the whole, yeah, exactly. Like, but it just seems like going to a gangster to threaten a journalist to make them not launch that story just seems like something Thomas Wayne would not do. But so that kind of threw me off a little bit. But you know, I just wanted to
Yeah,
point
that's
that
fair.
out.
I thought there was because like there's this big whole conspiracy obviously throughout the movie. I
hmm
definitely thought it would be like a Court of Owls situation, which a Court of Owls is in the comics is like basically it's a bunch of people wearing owl masks that have been around controlling Gotham for thousands of years, which I definitely think they could see them doing in sequels, but then it kind of would be the same thing as this, so I don't know. It'd be a little
hmm
weird.
Right.
Yeah.
That and then they definitely allude to the villain Hush in this, which in the comics, Hush is what's it, Thomas Elliot, something Elliot? I can't remember. He was a kid who grew up with Bruce Wayne. They were like best buds, and something happens, and I don't remember exactly, but basically, he's the guy who wants to be Bruce Wayne so bad that he surgically turns his face into Bruce Wayne.
Oh
Oh my
God.
god.
And pretends to be Bruce Wayne. Because they show that I think the reporter's last name was Elliot, and they literally even put the words "hush" on the screen when they're talking about the whole reveal of Thomas Wayne was trying to keep the news.
That is cool.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, that could be coming. That'd be kind of interesting because that's a villain we haven't really seen in live action before. So,
Hmm.
that maid should totally know that Bruce Wayne is Batman. Just
Yeah.
even on the phone call, like, why would Bruce Wayne know that Alfred is in trouble? Why is he freaking out?
Yeah.
So that maid is totally in on the secret.
Yeah,
Right,
she
right,
knows.
right.
She knows. She knows.
She knows. I guess we haven't talked about this because it happened so quick. The Joker is seemingly in this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, at the very end. I was a little disappointed because I was talking to Oscar just based on the voice that I heard. It sounded like it was going to be the dude that plays the guy in Fallen Order. Because, he plays the Joker kind of in the TV
In
show,
Gotham.
the Gotham
Yeah.
TV show. And I just think he's a brilliant actor.
Mhm.
And I would personally love to just see him just be in the silver screen with that. But then I also thought, and I told Oscar about this when we were talking about the movie afterwards, I was like, I could see him being a really good Robin, despite being a redhead ginger boy.
Yeah,
But I just think they
Yeah.
can really pull that off really well, or like Nightwing especially.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to, just fit one look. Like, could get anybody to be Robin.
Yeah.
Right.
That would be pretty dope.
But I don't know. This guy, this Batman ain't ready for a Robin yet, though. He's
Right.
not.
Well, that's Robert Pattinson has come out and said that if they do it, he wants it to be a child.
He wants to kidnap an orphan.
He wants, which I think would fit aesthetically with this weird dude, and it would be interesting to see what this weird, like Alfred's reaction would be like, Master Wayne, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. This child is 11.
Why are you adopting this 7-year-old boy and teaching him how to murder people?
Alfred, I found one. He was just on the street. You can just get them anywhere.
You can't really have a grounded Batman story if you start doing that kind of shit. Like,
It
I
feels
don't
very
know.
Master Chief kind of shit.
it's going to turn into Spy Kids real quick.
One scene that we haven't talked about, which I thought was really good, is the, like Devin said at the beginning, the Riddler's somewhat, what it seemed like we thought he knew that Bruce Wayne was Batman, and he's just saying Bruce Wayne over and over again. I thought that
Wayne
was really good. And then it's like he's the only one we missed and we didn't get. I was like, oh shit, that was a really well done scene, because
Yeah.
you can see
Mhm.
Batman like
Ah,
he's so
fuck.
stressed out at that time.
Mhm.
He's looking at the camera.
I wanted him to know. I wanted that to be an aspect that he had to like be like, damn, I need to tighten the fuck up. Like these people are starting to realize that I'm
It would be a good reason for him to be like, maybe I shouldn't be such a weirdo as Bruce Wayne as well.
Mhm.
Maybe I do need a persona.
And again, it's just funny that he was able to go into Arkham and go into, like,
Yeah.
Batman had to go and check in at the front desk. It's like, oh, who wanted to see you? Oh, the Riddler guy? Okay, 1 second. Go through the security doors. Like, wait in an elevator, probably.
Do you have any
And,
ID,
like-
sir?
right. You
Yeah.
gotta fill out forms
And,
and
like,
just
people
sit
just
there.
staring at him in the hallway. Like, it's just so goofy how he was just, like, so casually in place. It's like at the very end when
Yeah.
he's carrying that girl to the National Guard, it's like, the sun's up, dude. Like, you gotta go. Like, you gotta go
The
back to the
sun's
cave, man.
up, dude.
Like, it's time to go home. You can't just be casually giving out people water here and stuff. It's like at this point you're just like a mascot from, like, a bank or something. Like you gotta go.
Yeah.
Dude.
And that's the thing.
You
That's
gotta
that's
go
how I
home.
feel like a Batman can never fly in the real world. It would 100% have to be a really big persona kind of mascot kind of situation where it's like, oh, we got Nuts the flying squirrel, and then you like, howdy friends, like you know what I
Right.
mean. It's got to be that
Mhm.
kind of situation where you're always on TV, like don't do drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
I do like that he's going to be a more hopeful Batman, they say at the end of this movie. So maybe he won't just be comatosing a bunch of thugs in the street. I don't know. Maybe he'll try to do some more helpful things. I
He'll be
don't know.
doing charity work instead.
Yeah.
Meet Batman at the Boys and Girls Club.
So
I'm
that's
gonna go
interesting.
donate blood. Batman's gonna go donate blood.
Yeah.
You can too.
That, and I loved how the Riddler thought they were best friends solving crimes together, and then he has a
Yeah.
meltdown when he's like, "Wait, you think I'm weird? No."
This isn't how it's supposed to be.
I feel that my whole soul. There.
Also, like, it's gotta be annoying
Yeah.
as fuck to be that Arkham worker that's like in the thing, and you just hear the Joker
With
and the Riddler
Joker
just
and
laughing
Riddler.
together. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I do
Yeah.
not get paid enough for you weird ass people.
Yeah.
Which that we didn't say it. That Joker actor is the actor that played Druig in Eternals. He's who's that Joker is, which I think is pretty good casting because that dude is also weird as fuck. I think.
There's just full of angsty teens, this Batman series.
Yeah, it really is.
Like, angsty young men, all right?
Those are all my notes. I don't know if you guys had anything else to say about the Batman.
Just real quick, I just wanted to point out that like the rat thing the rat maze thing, the way he killed that one guy. Ooh,
Oh
that's a
God, that is
bad way to go, and also very like when he was taking breaks from his Adobe Photoshop doing that whole montage,
yeah.
he's like sitting there building that rat maze thing. He's like,
He had to
yeah,
make
this
it.
thing's gonna eat through this dude. Like, it's kind of weird,
Right.
kind of
I
wild,
would say the Riddler's very creative, in his
very
torturings,
creative.
And don't stay if you haven't seen this, I don't know why you're listening to it, but if you have, don't stay after the credits because there's nothing there. It just shows a real quick flash of the viral marketing website, which I think is like radaalada.com. If you go to it, you'll see some Riddler shit there, but don't waste the 6 minutes of your life watching the credits if you
Hmm.
want to leave because it's a
Hmm.
long movie already.
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman, solid. Go see it. I could see how it
Hmm.
could be hard to recommend because it is incredibly long. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'd see more of this universe.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah, I kind of like what they're
Yeah,
doing for
I
sure.
think it's an R tier
So
take.
maybe they'll find a way to bring it into the bigger
Yeah, it wasn't a superhero
DC
movie.
thing with like Aquaman and Wonder Woman. I don't know like how you do Batman now, but whatever. Maybe just do a different one in each scene every movie. Like you're just having like a Justice League movie and you just throw in a different one. Like Ben
It's
Affleck's in
different.
here 1 minute, and then you throw in
Yeah,
like Christian Bale's for some reason another minute, and then like even mid fight scene they'll just switch Batman. Like why not?
that'd be good. That would be funny. All right, are you guys ready to move on to our final segment of the week,
Let's do
Hell
it.
yeah.
which we like to call free for all? Title pending. This is a segment, listeners, where we kind of do whatever we want. We can recommend something. We can talk about our day, talk about life, take a nap, fight, rant. We can do whatever we want. It's free for all. Um, I can go first real quick because I most recently just finished, literally yesterday, last night. I finished the first season of Ted Lasso on Apple TV.
Ooh.
I finally got around to watching it. I'm
Hmm.
so excited to watch season 2. I love this show. I thought it because I've been meaning to watch this for so long, but I'm like, I don't really want to get Apple TV just for this. I don't care, blah blah. Blah. And then luckily I got like a free 6 months of Apple TV, so I was like, oh sweet, perfect. So I'm watching it now. It's great. I mean, like, it was already super hyped, um, for me for the past 2 years, basically, and everyone's saying it's, like, the best thing ever. For the most part, it lives up to the hype. It is a genuinely beautifully positive show, um, that just, like, if you're I would say even if you're feeling any kind of bad of way or anything like that, put this
Hmm.
show on, dude, because it is a feel good show.
Hmm.
I wish I had watched Schitt's Creek. I still need to watch it. It's still on my list because I would
Hmm.
love to see
Yes.
how that compares to that because I know that show is very feel good as well. Um, but this show is superb. The writing is really good. Jason Sudeikis is hilarious and he's very funny. Everyone in it is so well casted and good.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, it's just a good show about positivity and also as added bonus if you do like the sport of football or soccer.
Hmm.
Um, but it's not really about that. It does sort of become about that a bit as the show goes on, but
Yeah.
it's not necessarily about that. And no spoilers or anything, but I would just say like Ted isn't really a coach as much as he is the world's greatest life coach. And
Right. Right.
it's just a really good show, and I would say definitely check it out. I've been loving it so
Yeah.
far.
I got mad. I was watching that with my roommates, and I got mad because I was like, I'm a big fan of the Premier League. I follow it religiously,
Right.
and like, I was like, I don't even know where they are on the table right now. What is the show doing? Like, come on, like, and I do like the twist at the end of season one,
Right. Right.
and then
Yeah.
season two. I haven't finished season two yet because like it got. See, I'll be curious to get your thoughts on season two, Oscar, because it's not as cohesive as season one. That season two is kind of like you
Okay.
don't really know what each episode's going to be. Um,
I see.
so yeah,
Yeah,
so
I've
but
already
like,
watched the first one, which was quite hilarious, but of season
mhm,
2, so I will. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
yeah, but yeah, they kept reminding me it's like it's not really about soccer, and you're like, all right, you're
No.
right. Like I don't need to know how they're doing in the league because it doesn't matter.
I did think of as I was watching it, I did think of you, Devin. I
Yeah,
was like, I wonder if Devin's watched this show.
yeah, it's pretty funny. Well, speaking of funny shows, I can just tell you mine real quick. So I don't know if I've mentioned. I don't think I've mentioned this to you before, but the show on Netflix that I just love called Murderville. Have you guys seen or heard about this?
No.
I don't know.
Okay, so it's the guy that voiced I should know his name, but it's the guy that voiced Batman in Lego Batman in the Lego movie.
Oh, Will Arnett.
Yeah.
And so he plays this like detective, and basically each episode they have like a comedian or celebrity come in and like they go through this like scripted like improv kind of thing where like there's been a murder and they give them clues, but the guest detective is like Conan O'Brien or Kim Jong or Marshawn Lynch did one. There's only 6. Wait,
Oh, I have heard of this.
yeah,
As soon as you said Marshawn Lynch, I was like, I do remember hearing that. Yeah.
But dude, it is funny because like they put them in these very uncomfortable, and like they don't give the comedians the scripts, like they don't know what's gonna happen, and so like they have to try to like solve the murder, and like so they're making Conan like eat this like super spicy sandwich, and he's trying to like ask questions to this murder suspect as he's doing that. And like they just make them do goofy stuff, and so I don't know. I've enjoying that. I've been enjoying that. I've seen like half of them so far, but man, it's a funny, and it's such a creative idea. So that's what I like about Netflix is they'll try stuff like that and just do kind of some crazy stuff. But yeah, Murderville, man. If you're looking for a funny little pick me up, that's a good one to check out.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Well, I guess I go last. We're all been kind of on. It seems like just a nice light kick. It seems like. I've been watching a couple of just light things lately, and one of the things that I've been watching that I remember when it first got announced a few years ago, like right before the pandemic, but it was the show called Making It with Amy Poehler and Nick Offerman, where it's just basically a bunch of people build shit. And it's kind of like, it's got like that vibe of like Great British Baking Show kind of thing where it's like all these people are amateurs, but they're like good at what they do. Like they probably do it pretty often. And it's just them having fun and doing things.
Nice.
And they tell terrible dad jokes all the time. Nick Offerman is hilarious in real life. It's funny because I only really know him from Parks and Rec.
Right.
In Parks and Rec, of course, he plays a very stern, not funny man at all. But in this show, he's just a goofy bearded man. He gives me that vibe of just like a tabletop RPG kind of nerd where he's just goofy and lovable and giggly. But they're great. I love their dynamic together. I think they do really well together.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nick Offerman's great.
Let that feel good shit.
Hey, good vibes all around, boys.
Yeah, keep them going.
Vibes all around.
Keep them going.
Yeah, amen to that.
We need some in the world, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's our show, everyone. Thank you for listening. You can email us at thefourtress@gmail.com, Fourtress spelled Four. Feel free to email us any questions or feedback or recommendations or anything you want to say about the show. Also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at @thefourtressof and the Fourtress of YouTube channel. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandma, tell your cat. Tell all the cats that Selena and Kyle left behind and abandoned. Find them in the street. Tell them yourself. Yeah.
Adoption agency looking rough right now. I guess I forget there's no Alex right now. There's just me. You can follow me specifically, not Alex, at twitch.tv/bythewayx or facebook.com/ITZ by the way X. Not by the way X. ITZ by the way. Woof. It's rough out here.
And
boys.
you can follow me at I am Vengeance 69.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Very nice.
On all platforms.
On all platforms. Everything. OnlyFans. PayPal.
It's him naked, but he still has the cowl on.
IMDb.
Yes, thank you, Brian, for the art. Thank you, Alex, for the music. Devin, thank you for being here. And Jackie, thank you for helping sound edit the podcast every week. Happy holidays, everyone. And put a code on. It's code out there.
Happy holidays.
There's only one holiday, and that is my day of birth.
That's right.
It's gone now. It's
Happy belated birthday. Brian's birthday was yesterday. Dating this. Happy birthday, man. You've joined the old people club. Not really. You're 30.
Yeah,
This fucking sucks.
The prime of our lives.
Never mind.
30 club.
I was about to get dark with it. Never mind.
No, don't end. No, we literally just talked about keeping it light.
We've done enough Batman today.
But yes, shout outs to Brian. Go wish him a happy birthday. Love you, man.
Love you too, guys.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you here next week. Another episode of The Fourtress of...
Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne. We didn't get him. This isn't how it's supposed to be.